Time you're in the NBA.
That time I was in Boston.
And
yeah, I was in Boston at that time.
You were still signed, or you were about to?
Nah, that summer I played the season in Boston. We lost in the conference finals, and I blew my shoulder out. So
a screen on Joel.
Screen on Joel Embiid. Clip that. Blew out my shoulder. And I'm sitting there, and I had a really good end of that season. And I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking like, I could probably sign back in Boston, maybe have some other offers because I had a really good playoffs. And I'm sitting there with a torn up shoulder, and my agent's like,
nothing.
You gotta get your physical. You gotta get your physical. You gotta get your physical. And my shoulder just looks bad. So keeps going. I signed nothing. And then I say, all right, what's going on in Europe? Because I already was there in Basconia. I enjoyed it. So then I say, what's going on in Europe? And then he tells me Milan is interested in you. And Barcelona at that time was gone. So it was Milan and Efes. And I was like, Efes is in Turkey, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm not going there. I promise. I was like, yeah, I'm not going there. So I'm thinking like Milan. So we get into negotiations with Milan about money, length of the contract, blah, blah, blah. Then I get a text from this guy. And then, so basically it was like, because there were some things that happened in Turkey years prior. So I had concerns about Turkey and how the lifestyle was and everything. And I had noticed that he was there for a few years. So I asked a bunch of questions about lifestyle on the court, off the court, how he felt, where he lived, a bunch of things, because I just wasn't prone to what Istanbul had been. And then he had just convinced me that like, at the end of the day, it's just as good as any other city over here. It's just about the perception about it. Tell me you're safe. His wife was there. They had loved it for multiple years. And I was just like, you know what? I looked at the roster. I was like, you know what? This looks like a pretty good roster. I know I had a couple of former NBA guys there. And I was like, you know what? Maybe that could work. But if it wasn't for Bryant texting me in that conversation and making me feel comfortable about everything, for me to come here, I definitely want to come. So a large part of me even signing in the first place was from that conversation. Because I didn't talk to Ottoman. I didn't talk to Alper. I didn't talk to anybody from Efes. The only person I spoke to from Efes before I came here was Bryant Dunston.
So Bryant Dunston, the GM.
The only guy. So
I really didn't know that.
Bryant was the guy that pushed it over the edge. And then I remember I was in the Cayman Islands with my family, and then I accepted the deal. And I told my mom and dad and my sisters and my best friend, I was like, yeah, next year I'm gonna go play in Turkey. And they were like, Turkey? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go play in Turkey next year. It's cool, man. Nice city, a lot of malls, restaurants, all is cool. I was talking to one of the guys that play there, and they were like, Turkey, like, how do they get around over there? Like, what's going on? They were acting like it was like a third world country, but it just goes to show, like, how the media.